All right, folks, welcome to a very informal video about the Biltmore estate. I will give you some brief history about this estate. It is located in Asheville, North Carolina, in the United States. It was built by George Vanderbilt between 1889 and 1895. The house is about 175,000 square feet. 250 rooms, 35 bedrooms, 43 bathrooms, and 65 fireplaces. It was originally built and had a land area of 125,000 acres. Most of that has been sold off, and it now sits on about 8,000 acres. It has gift shops, it has a winery, it has a hotel and restaurants on property. There is so much to see at this estate. I highly encourage, if you go to this estate, to take a couple days, like a day or two, just to walk the grounds. And honestly, you could stay in the hotel there and just make a long weekend out of it, a week out of it. This would be a great place to honeymoon, a great place to travel with a loved one, with family. I went on this trip to Asheville with some family members, my dad, mom, and my two adult brothers, and it was just a great time. You do have to pay to get in, but this is a must-see gym in the United States. It's a worldwide attraction, a world-class mansion, just showing the opulence of the Gilded Age, and it's very, very nice, and I don't regret going at all. Thankfully, I went about a month and a half before all the storm damage and everything came. So I'm very, very grateful to have seen Asheville and the Biltmore estate. I have to say, this video does not do this mansion justice. No video would. Even like a professional crew going in and out. This is something you just have to see for yourself. You just get a chance to see what things look like at the turn of the century back in those times. I mean, there's a bowling alley, there's a pool in here. Just so many beautiful, interesting architectural pieces throughout the house. And it's just a sight to see even standing outside. So I highly recommend this. I will say my first priority in this trip was spending time with my family and then seeing this, estate, as well as some other things. So this is not professional video. This is, again, not going to do it justice, but this is just a glimpse of what you're going to see when you go to the Biltmore estate. And I will say, this is not a personally guided tour. When you buy a ticket, you're given like this phone contraption. And when you walk in a room, you kind of put it to your ear and press a button, and you get to hear about what was going on in this part of the house or the room that you're currently in. So that's kind of the vibe. And it is cool. I would say you want to give yourself time, especially if you're with family and friends, so you can kind of converse and walk through the house and listen to the phone. So definitely get there on time for your tour time and take it all in. Because when you're late, you kind of have to rush. And, you kind of have to scuffle through the rooms. We had a decent amount of time in here. We did end up missing a gift shop that was on or like right next to the house. However, there was one away from the house, so we got to check that out, and the winery there. And honestly, guys, I wish we had taken more time just to walk through and visit on this estate. When you get a ticket, you have access to the full grounds, and there's like walking and running trails. So quite honestly, you could start in the morning and kind of walk the grounds and, take in the trails and check out some gift shops and the winery and eat. And then, kind of do the tour of the estate in the afternoon. It is going to be a lot of walking. So if you're, kind of impaired or have any sort of disability, this may be tough for you. Again, this house was built around 1900. So it's not going to be the most ADA friendly just because of that time period. So please do keep that in mind. Also, having kids, this is probably not the best tour for kids. There were some there because there's people from out of the country that were touring the place, but not going to be as interesting for kids naturally. And one other thing I will note is that Again, this was not my primary objective to take video and to kind of create a vlog about this mansion. I want to just share some of the views so you get a glimpse, but I did film in portrait mode, and these clips are kind of cropped in, zoomed in, so they're not going to be the greatest quality, but you kind of get the gist of what's going on here. And I still hope you enjoy the video and the views, and it encourages you, excuse me, to go visit the Biltmore estate when it's back up and open again. So